we have Malam Tanimu Jafaru, sir. Of course, I will not forget the chief host, or I've not forgotten the chief host, who is no other than Dr. Ali Masani Sambo, PSC Horns, Business Administration, Actuarial Sciences, MSc ABU, MBA ATBU, PhD ABU. She's member of MCIIN, ACIPN, IBTM, AAN, NNIM, TAML. Yes. I'm happy that you are clapping from your heart. This is a challenge, a standard set for you to copy. I think I've called this a picture. So, having invited members of the high table, it is ideal that I please request that we rise for the national anthem, followed by the ABU anthem, and subsequently we take the prayer.
Brotherhood we stand. Nigerians are proud to set our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace, all battle honored, and this we can't escape. To hang on to our children, our banner be that saved. Oh God over creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. Nigeria may be blessed.
Maybe you want to?
As now we proclaim, from hills and valleys will come, to draw from the stream of knowledge. Our duty is to succeed in learning and service. Excellence is our goal. Ahmadu, Bello, University. Yeah, our dreams we shall achieve. Give thanks to Almighty Allah, in Him we derive our strength. We dutifully shall abide by the ways of good learning. North to south, east to west, your name shall always be. Ahmadu, Bello, University, our citadel of great learning.
Thank you very much. You may please be seated. The Vice Chancellor and Chairman of the occasion, please permit me to invite the Director of Actuarial Standard Directorate, Mr. Ayinde Olasubo, please to the right side. Once again, you're all welcome to the advocacy outreach to Ahmadu Bello University on actuarial science development. Of course, supported by the Nigerian Actuarial Development Program and ADP working group vis-a-vis the Financial Reporting Council, as you have seen them physically present in a very spirit of sheer solidarity. So without boring you, having observed the national anthem, please, we take a minute or two, that's the standard here in ABU, to pray according to the dictate of our individual faith as opening prayer to commit this program in the hand of God for his guidance. So let us pray as opening prayers. Amen. At this juncture, it is my honor to most respectfully invite the chairman of the occasion, who doubles as the Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Kabir Bala, ably represented by the Dean, Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Idris Ahmed Aliyu, to give us the welcome address. Protocol list. This is the protocol.
Good morning, everyone. Let me start by welcoming the Vice Chairman, NADP program, Professor Emen Metrare, who also, as you know, is one of the leading practitioners of actuarial profession in the ABU Zaria. So you're welcome, sir. The representative of the Financial Reporting Council, the head, who is with us here. Also, you are welcome to this event. The is it the head actuarial standard, director actuarial standard, and okay, director of actuarial standard is here with us. The representative of PENCOM, Tanimu Jafaru, here with us also, and the principal, sir, the finance and account unit of the FRS. My fellow students, good morning. On behalf of Ahmadu Bello University, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to this important event, which, of course, as you know, is one of the events that is designed to advance the profession of, actuarial profession in the country. It is really a rare opportunity that we have some of the leading experts, especially from the Financial Reporting Council, to come here with us to be able to actually interact with us and inform us about the benefits of being an actuary. It is really, really a rare opportunity, and I hope our students and lecturers here would pay attention to all the discussions and the presentations and lectures so that we get good benefit and then get good overview of what actuarial profession is, which, as we know, is really one of the areas in the university has done a lot in this area. Of course, we now have a standard department, as we know, of actuarial science, and then we also have started our MSc program, I think last year. So we hope that students that are interested in advancing this area, regardless of whether actually you an actuary, there are opportunities, whether you are from engineering, whether you are from other disciplines, there are opportunities that you can actually join this great profession, and then you, of course, excel in whatever area you want to do. So having said that, on behalf of the university and the Vice Chancellor, I wouldn't want to waste so much time. I will just express our gratitude to members of the Nigerian Actuarial Development Program representatives that are here with us. The university is happy that you are here, and we will give you all the necessary support that you develop this program so that our students and members of other university community within our environment actually benefits. Thank you very much. I wish to declare the ceremony open. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salam. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the NAPD and FRC are here as part of their regulatory responsibility, as I've earlier enumerated. So, without wasting our time, I have the honor to most respectfully invite for his opening speech Dr. Rabiu Olowo, who is the Executive Secretary and CEO of Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, ably represented by Mr. Odafen Charles, who is the Director of Finance and Account.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I go into the opening remarks. Greatest Abu sites. Yes. The largest university south of the Sahara and the north of the Limpopo. Somebody told me this who finished from this school actually, so I decided to do this before going into the remarks. On behalf of the Executive Secretary, CEO of the Financial Reporting Council, I am saddled with the responsibility to do the opening remarks on his behalf this morning. He is unavoidably absent due to duty call. He had some other engagements to attend to. That is why he's not here this morning. I'll just go straight into the opening remarks without wasting time. Distinguished Vice Chancellor, respected members of the Academic Board, professors and faculty members, our esteemed students, colleagues from the Financial Reporting Council, actuarial stakeholders, partners, and guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great pleasure to be here at one of Nigeria's most prestigious institutions of higher learning, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I bring you warm greetings from the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria and express our sincere appreciation to the Vice Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty, and the entire Academic and Actuarial Development Program, NADP, Advocacy Outreach. A flagship initiative of the Directorate of Actuarial Standards, the NADP is not just a program, it is a national call to action to invest in the future of Nigeria's financial stability by building homegrown actuarial capacity. Let me begin with a brief background. The Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria is a regulatory agency under the Federal Ministry of Trade, Industry, and Investment. It was established by the FRC Act 2011, which is now amended, and a mandate to develop and enforce accounting standards, auditing, actuarial, valuation, and corporate governance standards across both the private and public sectors of the Nigerian economy. In this mandate, the Council in January 2024 operationalized 2 new directorates, the Directorate of Actuarial Standards and the Directorate of Standards, as part of President Tinubu's transformation agenda. These directorates were created to address deep-rooted capacity gaps and to strengthen professional practice in these specialized practices. The NADP, which brought us here, is a comprehensive initiative designed to build a strong pipeline of actuarial talent in Nigeria through advocacy, curriculum support, international collaborations, bursary awards, membership, and professional developments. It is being delivered in conjunction with key actuarial stakeholders, including regulatory bodies such as PENCOM, NICOM, the National Health Insurance Authority, international professional bodies like the Institute and Faculty of Actuarial Casualty, Actuarial Society, Society of Actuaries, and the Actuarial Society of Kenya. 3, to development partners, including the UNDP firms, PwC, Deloitte, EY, and KPMG, some of whom are partly represented here today. Now you may ask, why this focused advocacy for actuaries and not other professions? The answer is simple and compelling. The actuarial profession is fundamental to the stability and sustainability of sections that affect every Nigerian, pensions, insurance, banking, healthcare, and public finance. Yet, in a country of over 200 million people, one of the largest economy in Africa, we have fewer than 30 fully qualified actuaries. This is not just a gap, but a development challenge. To meet national demand and support our financial sector evaluation, Nigeria needs at least 2,000 actuaries. The current shortage not only limits our ability to manage risk effectively, but also to undermine the resilience of our institutions. This is why the NADP is so critical, and why we are here at ABU Zaria today. Our mission that universities like yours are not left behind in the national movement. The FRC is committed to supporting ABU through 1, curriculum guidance and development and enrichment; 2, professional pathway membership for students; 3, educational support through bursary awards and sponsorship; 4, collaborative research and development, including the creation of localized morbidity and mortality tables. 5, capacity building for current and future practitioners. And finally, 6, thought leadership platforms such as our upcoming insurance and actuarial summit in May. I'm not seeing this one. To all interested students here today, you are the future of this profession. You are the reason we are here. We see immense potential in you, and we want to invest in that potential starting from today. To the esteemed faculty and leadership of ABU, we are deeply grateful for opening your doors to this partnership. Together, we can position Ahmadu Bello University as a regional hub for actuarial excellence in West Africa. Finally, while this may be the start of our engagement on campus, I want to emphasize that this is not just a visit. It is a movement to change the face of the actuarial profession in Nigeria, a movement to build local capacity, a movement to future-proof our economy. We are proud to count ABU among the critical stakeholders in this journey, and we look forward to a robust and enduring collaboration. Once again, thank you for your warm hospitality, and may today's outreach
Thank you, Mr. Odafen Charles, the Director of Finance and Accounting, representing his boss, Dr. Rabiu Olowo, the Executive Secretary and CEO, Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. Please, another round of applause for him. Now, having taken the opening speech, going by the program, we are expected to invite the keynote speaker, who was earlier introduced. This is no other than Professor Ismaila Adeleke, a professor of Actuarial Sciences, University of Lagos. Of course, his presentation is going to be on who are actuaries and what are the pathways. So to hear that, I have the honor to invite Professor Ismaila Adeleke, Professor of Actuarial Sciences, University of Lagos, who is our keynote speaker today. So there's a mix-up. The actual resource person to represent the CEO is the Vice Chairman, NADP, Professor N.M. Metuari.
Chairman of this occasion, the Vice Chancellor. He was my classmate, he read Actuarial Science. We graduated together in 1985. You see, barely, is it up to 30 years ago now? 1985, almost 40 years, right? Okay. When he was the governor of Jigawa State, because he read Actuarial Science, because he has an analytical mind, in 2001, Jigawa State initiated the first pension reform. Even before PENCOM, 2001. And today, Jigawa State is one of the few states that has a contributory defined pension benefit, that you leave office, approach their assignment. And you also recall that because of that actuarial training, he created the Galaxy backbone. Many of you today subscribe to under Galaxy backbone, isn't it? That was the initiative of the Jigawa State Governor in those days. As at 2000 or thereabout, they were holding cabinet meetings by Skype. That is virtually, even before Zoom and so on and so forth. And I can mention so many other examples, but because the time will not permit us, I just gave you one simple example. That once you study actuarial science, the nature of the program, the kind of courses we do, the life contingencies, the operations research, the advanced mathematics, and so on and so forth, actually prepare you for an analytical, mindset. And that is, you need that today to become very successful. So it is on this note that I call on all of you, to either subscribe, that is to enroll into actuarial science, or at least find one course or the other in the actuarial science and insurance department to take as elective. Finally, let me thank the NADP for the great work that they've been doing. Actuarial science has been around for a long time. And the challenge of actuaries, as mentioned by FRC, has been around for a long time. But recently, since the activity started, a lot of advocacy had taken place. So thank you very much, NADP and FRC. And I thank you very much. And I want to say also that sometime, I think about 4 years ago or so, the National Universities Commission was very concerned about the development of actuarial science because of the dearth of actuaries, just like the director from FRCS said. And the National Universities Commission convened a meeting in Abuja where ABU and University of Lagos was represented. I represented Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I think Professor Ayorinde represented University of Lagos. And the result of that led to the review of the curriculum. What am I saying? That different agencies, both our regulatory agency, that is the National Universities Commission, the regulatory agencies in the industry, HENCOM, NICOM, the Financial Reporting Council, all of them at the national level are given due recognition and prioritizing actuarial science. Why will you not? Thank you very much for listening as I invite you all to actuarial science in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
When a father speaks, or a grandfather for that matter, you need time to analyze what he has said. So please take it. Let's appreciate him once again. Having from Jigawa State, I have found answers to some of the questions that were lingering in our minds for long. Honestly, it was not easy for that governor at that time. But at least he happens to be one of the hot cake for the then sitting president, President Olusegun Obasanjo. And I remember when Jigawa State bought OPL 217, an oil block with our state money. So that's how ambitious you are expected to be. Thank you very much. May I call on the second presenter, and the second presentation, the NADP, vision, objectives, and opportunities, of course, for no other than the students. For this presentation, I have the honor to invite the head Directorate of Actuarial Standard, FRC, Mr. Olasunkami Ayinde. I'm sure you will hear another ambitious presentation. Okay. That's the only thing. I still call you. Okay. So you are having Ismaila Adeleke, not Olatmusa.
My Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean, Faculty of Management Sciences, the representative of the Executive Secretary of Financial Reporting Council, my Vice Chairman of NEDP, Professor Biturari, the representative from PENCOM, my HOD, and the Director, Actuarial Directorate. So the students, should I say greatest Nigerian students? Greatest Nigerian students? Greatest Abusite? I'm sure you like that. Greatest Abusite? This program is actually for you, and I hope you take advantage of it. But before I move on, I would like to take a survey. How many of us here are not in natural science? Can I see your hands up? You are not in natural science? Okay. That means you guys are the chosen ones. You have been chosen. Okay, how many of us are in natural science? Oh, those are the special ones. At the end of today, you will appreciate why they are the special ones, why you are the chosen ones, and we also want you to be the special ones. So today, rather than discussing on who actuaries are, I will be discussing on what actuaries are and how you can be an actuary. So during my discussion, I will just quickly give us a background of what actuarial science is, and then how do you describe an actuary. After that, we'll look at what actuaries do on a day-to-day basis, and then also try to identify where they work so that you start positioning yourself and you start taking that decision. Remember, we have chosen you. And then we look at the differences between accounting, actuarial science, and chartered financial analyst briefly, so that you can appreciate what actuaries are. So, and then we now go to the business of the day, which is the pathway. How can you become an actuary? And then what are there for you if you become an actuary? And then we end it up
Ready,
with
flying
the
in.
demand and supply gap that we currently have in the industry. Our prof had made my job very, very easy by laying that foundation. But there's need for me to explain the meaning of the word actuarial. I'm sure many of us, even those that are in actuarial science, might not even know the meaning of the word actuarial. Actuarial is a Latin word that is from actuarius, and it simply means the keeper of the book. I'll take it again. You know, it is good for you to know the meaning of the word. You know, you're in actuarial science, and someone said, okay, what is that meaning? Actuarial science is about the study of, it is that word. What is actuarial? I said actuarial is a Latin word from the word actuarius, and it simply means the keeper of the book. That in the 16th century, actuarial science started as bookkeeping, similar to accounting. But they were not keeping books on financials, they were keeping information on mortality and morbidity experiences, keeping information about life and death. And then those information were used in insurance transactions. So it grew over time, and then in 1901, the word actuarial science came out, and then we have actuarial science as a field on its own. So what is actuarial science about? Actuarial science is a field. It's a discipline that combines knowledge of economics, knowledge of mathematics, statistics, and finance to assess risks. Risk in insurance, risk in financial, and risk in the industry. So we all know what risks are. Uncertainty about the future. That's what risks are. The in risk are the actuaries. So actuarial science will give you that knowledge to apply and to combine economics, finance, insurance, mathematics, and statistics to assessing risk, especially when those risks have implications. So that's what actuarial science is all about. So, you know, I said those that are in actuarial science are the special ones. So by the time you graduate, you are partly a superhero because you can solve a lot of problems and you can design products to address challenges. You are also a fortune teller because based on your statistical and mathematical skills, you'll be skilled enough to predict future outcomes so that those in authority can easily take decisions to mitigate those future outcomes. And then finally, you are also a trusted advisor. So you see what you will become at the end of the day, and then you will be the special one. So who are these people? Who are the actuaries? I'm looking at the person now, not what they do. Remember, we have discussed what actuarial means. Keeper of the book. That's what it means, ab initio. But it has transformed and become a field of study on its own. And that field of study combines knowledge from economics, mathematics, business, finance, into assessing and predicting risks. So who are these people? They are business professionals in the first instance. And that's why it is located in the Faculty of Management Sciences, because they need to understand business. And they are also experts in the use of mathematical and statistical tools to predicting and assessing risk. That is what they are. So when you say, who are these actuaries? These actuaries are business professionals that are highly skilled in statistics, that are highly skilled in mathematics, that are highly skilled in probability. And they are also financial experts. So that's what they are. So actuaries are experts in three major areas. Actuaries can predict the future. That is where the fortune teller comes in, because they can predict the future based on past experiences. Actuaries can design means of reducing the effect or reducing the likelihood of that event happening. Remember, they deal with risk, and we said risk is uncertainty about the future outcome. If the future outcome is positive, nobody will bother about that. Everybody will welcome it. But if the future outcome is predicted to be negative, then you become worried. It is the actuary that will suggest means of reducing the likelihood of that bad event occurring. And then finally, they design products that will mitigate the effect of that bad event if it eventually happens. Now let's look at the risk that we are all exposed to. There are two major hazards that everybody is exposed to. We have the hazard of dying too early, and we also have the hazard of living too long. Yes, we all pray to live long, but at a certain point, that TWO will come in when we become financial body. Dying too early, if you have a young family, will affect the family that you are leaving behind. Do you all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
It's a big problem, and we are all exposed to it. Nobody can predict when he will leave this surface of the earth. The fact that today is a special gift. And then you also have the problem of living too long, based on our life expectancy and based on the kind of pension that we run today, where what you have in the retirement savings account is expected to sustain you for a given life expectancy period. That means if you live beyond that, there might not be funds to take care of you. And that is where the actuaries have come in. Those two basic hazards that human beings are exposed to, actuaries have designed products to address them in form of endowment, in form of annuity. They also have designed life assurance. So life assurance pays you benefit when you die. It doesn't pay you, but it pays your estate. That's what actuaries have done. You can't predict it. Actuaries have also come up with the idea of annuity. You can continue to earn as long as you live, provided certain financial arrangements are made. So it's the work of the actuaries. So the actuaries can predict, they can reduce the likelihood of bad events happening, and then finally, they help design products. They help come up with financial arrangements to mitigate in case if it eventually happens. So actuaries are actually problem solver, and they have that skill for predicting the future. So what do they do yearly basis? It is the actuaries that determines how much premium you should pay for your car insurance. Many of us are on the NHIS, now NHIA insurance. It is the actuaries that determines how much capitation, how much contribution that you should have in that pool. Actuaries can predict the number of adults that are expected to live or to be alive in the next 1 year based on the life expectancy and based on the in the next 1 year. How of us are expected to go down with malaria in the next 6 months? It is the actuaries that do the calculation. What is the cost of healthcare in the country? It is the actuaries that determines that. The actuaries are also very, very important in managing enterprise risk. So they help to match the liability of a company with their assets, so that at any given time they can advise the company as to whether the company is at risk or otherwise. They don't just give account about what their risk are, what their liability are, what their assets are. No, they help build the ALM, the liability match your liability with your asset, and then you can determine your position at any given time. Reserve should the insurance company set aside? How do you know whether an insurance company is liquid or not? It is the actuaries that does the calculation. The actuary does the calculation, and at any given time, the company determines its position, and then they take decisions that will move the company away from risk. So where do they work? You see actuaries in the health sector. They help determine the cost of care. They help determine how much you should pay to access healthcare. You see them in the insurance industry. They help determine products that meet the need of the general public. Either it is life, whether it is non-life. You see them playing their role in the insurance industry. So if you want to work in the insurance industry, please watch out for actuarial science, or be prepared to go into actuarial science after your first degree. You see them in the banking sector. They help protect the fund. They are very useful in calculating the credit risk, liquidity risk, and all other analytics that they need to do in the banks. It is the actuaries that are behind that. You see them in data science and in analytics. They have come up with various products that can be used to assess risk online. Who determines the financial consequences of cyber risks? It is not the cyber experts. It's not the computer scientist. It's not the accountant. It is the actuaries that determines the financial consequences of a cyber attack. So you see them in that regard. Of course, enterprise risk, they help protect firms from collapsing. They help matching liability with assets. So you can imagine how important you will be if you decide to study actuarial science, or if you decide to go into the actuarial profession when you have graduated. Now you are appreciating why they are the special ones. You are the choosing ones, but we want you to migrate and become the special one so that you become superhero and you start solving problems. So now you are also seeing them in the ESD. They are now in environmental and sustainable quantitative, calculations. So where else can you find them? So actually, are product design experts. You have also seen them in marketing. I'm sure you must have seen some promo. And the promo will say, we are reducing this the price of a particular product. If you are able to buy product A, B, C, then we give you 50% discount from another product. Who determines how much discount that they should give? It is not the accountant. Because the actuary will have studied the database and determine what product is associated with other products. That means if I pick a particular product from a shelf, there is that likelihood that I will pick maybe another product C. And you discover that product C is not being taken. So you want to drive the sale in product C. So what you will do is you can run a promo. Run a promo on product A that people buy so that they can buy more. But because you have associated product A with product C, so you know that once product A is being bought, product C is automatically, the sale will also move up. It is the actuaries, that are behind those risk. Based on past experiences, they can help you determine where the problems will come from for the future, and then advise you on how to reduce the possibility of that product, of that event happening, and then also advise on the financial that you should have, that you should set aside to mitigate in case it happens. I'm sure you are seeing what is on the screen. So what's the difference between the major difference? I won't go through all. Between the accountant, the chartered financial analyst, and an actuary. The accountants are very, very good in looking at retrospective events that have passed. So they will help you to analyze it and then give the report. Is that what they do? Accountant. You look at historical past, is that not it? The financial analysts, they are interested in investment. How much return will I get? How do I build my portfolio? That's their interest. Is that not it? But the actuaries, they look at the past, consider the present, and also determine the future. So, that is how important actuaries are. So having said all of this, how will you become an actuary? Nigerians are very, very smart. Our youth are resilient. From record, whatever our youth pay attention to, few years after, they dominate it because their attention is in it and they have interest in it. The dollars that you want, you can get it from this field. Many Nigerians have gone into data analytics, and that space is now saturated. Is that not it? Many Nigerians are now moving into cyber security. In the next 1 year, that space will also be saturated because Nigerians are determined and our youth are very, very smart. So we are also bringing your attention to the field of actuarial science. So how do you become one? There are 3 major bodies around the world that we can associate ourselves with. We have the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries. We have the Society of Actuaries, and then we also have the Casualty Actuarial Society. They are foreign-based. That means writing their exam will require us to have Forex. But as of today, they are the major industry, they are the major associations that are certifying people. So, at the end of your graduation, that is the first route. You can graduate with whatever field that you want. You can be an accountant, you can be a finance graduate, marketing graduate, mathematician, statistician, or an engineer, and you decide to go into actuarial profession. So you can just in the exam. That is the first pathway. Exam will require your knowledge of all of these curriculum. Financial maths, probability theory, statistics, accounting, corporate finance, and so on. So you appreciate when we said actuaries are those business professionals that can apply statistical skills, finance skills, economics in assessing risk. So you must have all of these as part of your luggage to write their exams and then succeed. So there are other bodies within Africa. We also have the Society of Actuaries, South African Actuarial Society. They have their own exams, and they also have affiliates with some of the universities in South Africa, such that if you go to their universities, you get from their professional exams. Once you have BSc, you are an associate in South Africa. If you have MSc, you are a fellow once you meet the minimum criteria. It's unfortunate that Nigeria have not come up with its own scheme so that we can start producing our own actuaries. But currently, we have the Nigerian Actuarial Academy, and we are planning on that so that in the next few years, our own exams can be conducted here, and then we start producing. So, if you go through that route to become an associate, you will cover basic statistics, mathematics, finance, economics, modeling, and then communication. Because you should be able to communicate your results with the management, with the board. So communication is also very, very key in becoming an actuary. So you go through all of this. That is going by a professional body. The three major ones are the IFOA, Institute of Faculty of Actuaries, SOA, Society of Actuaries, and then Casualty Actuarial Society. IFOA is based in UK, SOA is based in US, Casualty is based in Canada. I think we too should have our own that is based in Nigeria. Don't you feel so? But for now, this is the situation. And then when you become a fellow, there are 8 specializations. General insurance is a field on its own. So you have an actuary that will say, I'm a specialist in general insurance. You have health and care. So we also have health actuaries. We also have life insurance. It's an actuary that is specialized in life insurance. You have investment. You have actuaries that are based in that are specialized in investment. You have finance. You have banking. You have pension and benefit, and then you also have enterprise risk. Those are specializations. Although there are some actuaries that are qualified in more than one areas, but it's very rare. So you have actuaries in those 8 different fields. So choose the field that you want and then start working towards it. So to go through fellow, to become a fellow, you will have to write all these exams as indicated. But at the end of the day, while you are writing the exams, you don't just qualify as an actuary, you also have other qualifications. You also have a certificate in data science, along with it, while you are moving up. You also have certificate in banking and practice. Once you write a paper that is in that area, you'll be given the certificate. You also have enterprise risk actuary charter status, and then you also have credentials in climate risk sustainability. That is pretty new, but those are some of the specializations that you will get as you are moving up the ladder. But there are also other means of qualifying as an actuary. Remember, I've given you one route. One route is write the exam after you have graduated. Join all these professional bodies and then write the exam and qualify. The second route is if your parents are well-to-do. There are some schools abroad that are affiliated with some of these professional bodies, like University of Leicester, University of Kent. Go to those schools, and then by the time you are done, you will get your association. You also get your fellowship, depending on the route, depending on whether you have gone for actuarial science or actuarial management. The fees used to be £18,000, but now, as we speak, the school fees alone, without the living expenses, is a minimum of £48,000. That is another route. Then the third route is getting our own program accredited. And that is one of the things that Professor Zaria has done in the development of the new CCMAS. Most of the requirements have been met. All the university need to do is to meet some specific requirements so that they can get exemptions. So if our universities can secure exemptions from any of these professional bodies or secure accreditation from any of the professional bodies, as you are graduating, you will get your certification. So if you meet the minimum achievement requirement, you can become an associate at the time you are graduating, and then write a few other exams, you become a fellow. So any of these three routes can lead you to becoming an actuary in the future. So even if you are not a member of any of this society, you can try on your own based on the knowledge that you have, write some of those exams, and you will surely excel. So why should you become an actuary? As an actuary, your job is well secured. Your remuneration is internationally determined. You can Google it. If you have one paper, there's a minimum salary that you must earn. If you have two papers, there's a minimum that you must earn. Depends on the number of papers that you have, and it is internationally determined. Many of our students that are in the industry now are earning more than 5 million naira per month. And I'm sure you want to earn that, don't you? So please consider becoming an actuary so that you can enjoy all these goodies. The remuneration is fantastic. You are internationally recognized. Your qualification is not tied to Nigeria alone. You are an internationally qualified professional. That accounts to where we have very few number of actuaries in Nigeria. Not that Nigerians are not passing. Once they pass, they are poached. Once they pass, they are poached. Immediately you pass one paper, your profile is already on the internet. So you see companies writing you, okay, come and work with us. Come and work with us. We will pay for other papers. That is how good it is. Just passing one paper and your profile is on the internet. So please, you should consider that. And then finally, let's look at the demand and supply. Just one slide on this. Can you see it? But this is very, very important. This is the most important of all of them. Can you see the figures?
For you. Okay. I understand. That is second question. Okay. That is all. The first question, I said it earlier, organized companies, they have to collect money from you for them to access your account. That is where other people are collecting 50,000, others are collecting 100,000, others are collecting 130 for them to access your account for the pension money. But we access it for you almost like free, not free, because we collect the money at disbursement. We use our money to access the account for you. After disbursement, we remove our money. So they are right, because most of the companies, they cannot start.
The Wi-Fi. Where is it coming from? Somebody, they are hijacking for you.
So, okay, so let's quickly round up. I just want us to ruminate about these figures. for the whole nation. Just 19 fellows, 8 associates. Others are students. Student means those that are writing the exams. How many number of university?
The same thing in Kaduna.
So I'm sure you can see the
opportunities that are there.
land
personally in the university based on the arrangement. Maybe the salary, how much can you pay every month? Maybe we can give you, if you can pay in 2-3 years, we can do it for you. And you can see it's not a deduction of 100,000 because building a house is.
Okay, so based on that, we want to encourage you to come into the profession and become an actuary. And then you become what? The choosing one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Presentation by Professor Ismail Adeleke, who has succeeded in making
You can pay that money maybe in 25 years. If you have that 25 years in service. Because they can be generate or deduct maybe.
making emphasis on who an actuary is. I mean, what
if you have 1 year, 2 years, they can fix it into maybe that is 24 months. Yeah. So that is it, madam.
To what an actuary is. Please let us appreciate Professor. And the next presentation is going to be given by the head Directorate of Actuarial Studies, who is no other than Mr. Olasun Kalmi.
Okay.
Maybe sir, we don't use the mic as soon as we just.
Activities in but most people they don't know. That is the criteria. That is the how people catch you that you maybe you can buy and keep. It's a business. The very day you come and open a shop, you are in your office, but you buy that land and keep there. The same time, because the land is growing, is appreciated. If you calculate the days 4 years, if you come and act up from now, yes, you get 10 million for you to buy and done.
Where is this holding place?
I think by next week. Any estate around far. Hello, my question was this way. At the moment, I think we have some staff. We have already acquired the 25% through some vendors like Jigawa Loans and Savings. In such a way that when the money is materialized, the vendors have opened for you then you'll be giving your money in cash. That will be easy. So now my question is this: for instance, if someone is interested in acquiring this land and already has committed himself by collecting that 25%, and it has already
Hello. You are very silent to hear me. I'm not a lecturer. I am from the Canada.
No. If you want this digitization,
Hello.
just leave it off. Let him bring the subject. Having a problem that is beyond us. Never. It's like
Okay, they are still.
yeah, we are still.
Okay. Try to give me another mic. Please.
down. Now we can ask where is the money. Yes, you assess it for you to do what? Because you know what? Only land. You know, parents or even kids. That's for you, for your family. That will fight as a complete. Hello.
Hello.
Somewhere. Hello. Our land pay amount to the so you have any other question, other answers, you have other questions. That is the first question. The second question, you know, if 1%
Testing mic 1 2. Testing 1 2. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. All protocols observed. My name is Ahmadu Tao. I am the head Directorate of Actuarial Standard of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. What do we do? Why is FRC concerned? You will have heard from the opening statement of the CEO of FRC. The function of FRC is to set standards and ensure compliance by the practice of certain professionals, the accountants, the auditors, the actuaries, the valuers, and the corporate governance practices. We met the CEO, VC this morning, and I was explaining to him, because why are you here? Why are we here? Among the other professions that FRC regulates, you will have heard the data. We have only 28 actuaries, where you have about 60,000 accountants, 40,000 bankers, insurance, and the rest of them. How will these 28 work with thousands of accountants? This is why we are here. And we have now found that why do we have only 28 actuaries in Nigeria? Some of whom are even from other countries. We have 56 insurance companies, we have 26 banks, NNPC, CBN, FRC, NICOM, PENCOM. They don't have one actuary like this. About a few weeks ago, we advertised for actuaries. One of the professional actuaries called me and said, Ola, I said, yes, sir. Why are you wasting your time advertising for actuaries? Say you cannot get anyone. I said, why? He said, no actuary will come to FRC and come. And one of our regulators, I won't mention the regulator, among the ones I've mentioned, was looking for an actuary. They put up 30 million naira per year. Nobody accepted it because they can make 30 million in 1 month. Have you ever bothered to carry financial statement for banks? Has anybody here? First Bank, student financial student, look for Actuarial service. You will not see less than 200 million naira there. Only one man earn it. One man earn it. Why do we have 28 actuaries? When we have 273 universities, only 6 are offering the program. Among the 6, apart from ABU Zaria, apart from University of Lagos, you cannot find actuaries anywhere. So if you also want everybody here, I'm a chartered accountant, I qualify, I would have been an actuary. I'm not an actuary. I'm just organizing how we can raise actuaries in Nigeria. But let me tell you, there's no poor actuary in Nigeria. They live in Banana Island. If they are here, they live on Banana Island. They are able to satisfy the requirements of their national actuary. Nigeria has 28, South Africa has 2,000. Among these 28, there are people from South Africa. There are people from Kenya. And we have computer engineers here. Somebody in Nigeria who read on his own. Mathematics is a candidate. What do? When we came in last year, we found that we cannot do it alone. So we have to establish what we call Nigeria Actuarial Development Program. We established Nigeria Actuarial Development Program. We said, let us bring in order. That's why you see somebody from Bangkok, somebody from the academics, insurance companies, association, National Health Insurance Authority, as well as other stakeholders, Nigerian Population Commission, to form this body. We say, let us go from university to university, but we are starting with universities that have had actuarial science program, so that we can encourage people. The actuaries are human beings, but the problem is they don't have support system. How can you be reading alone, studying a book or a video recorded by an American? Even some of our Africans does not even hear what the Igbo is saying, sometimes of listening to what they are saying. So the purpose of NADP is to raise support for students. And we have resolved, whoever passed any professional examination, be it IFOA, be it CAS, be it SOA, we will refund you your money no matter the amount. Hello? Can I repeat myself? If you write the examination and pass, we will give you your money back. Can I repeat it? Can I repeat it? If you write any professional examination and you pass, I will give you my detail. You called me and I confirm, you will get your money the following day. We don't do it for accountants. We don't do it for bankers. We don't do it for insurance. We don't do it for auditors. Because we want to make sure that within the next 4 or 5 years, of 200 actuaries. From the history of Nigeria, it's not as if they are not passing. You know the problem? As you are passing, as Prof said, the whole world is seeing how you are progressing. And once they see the way you are passing, they hijack you before you finish and take you outside. If you are in love of mathematics, don't look at your background. I was an engineering student. I studied fabrication engineering. One of my brothers is an FCA in ICAM. He invited me to a conference in Abuja. And I saw the lavish life they are living. I became interested in accounting and I never failed any examination in ICAM. There are 60 papers, I passed all of them at once. So it is your determination. If you study computer science, it doesn't stop you from becoming an actuary. Look, if you are an actuary in your family, you have removed poverty from your family. If you are an actuary and a lady, let me tell you, you will choose husband. You will choose husband because your pay, your husband can limit your pay. So why are we here is to encourage you. Hello, we don't want you to be reading on your own. We want to give you institution support. We want to provide books for you. We want to provide classes for you. The examination this year, all of them pass. Hello, there is a body of students, and all the students pass that paper. The professor has given you the list of subjects that are going to pass. They are the subjects you have done before, but a bit of what? A deep in actuarial science. It's a challenge to any lecturer that is young here. Anybody that has studied actuarial science has no basis. A lady that studied biology became qualified. Biology. Somebody studied biology, University of Lagos,
and she passed this professional examination. I was an engineering student. I became a chartered accountant. You can change your course. It's a matter of what? Information. I keep telling any chartered accountants, I say, accountancy profession is saturated. If you advertise for accountancy profession today, in a high post, more than one, for example, we did, about 2 weeks ago, we did advertisement for position. I won't tell you the thousands of people that apply. But we have not seen one actually. So if one actually apply, it is automatically taken. Am I correct? Why don't you give it a trial? What is very easy. A paper is around 200,000 naira. If you write that paper and pass, we will give you your money back. And we are supporting the students, especially in Actuarial Science Department. Madam, the HOD, for the best graduating students, hello, for the best graduating students, we are refunding your school fee from year 1 to year 4. Hello, can I repeat myself? The best graduating students in Actuarial Science will be refunded his fee from year 1 to year 4. So for us to be here and spending all this small money for you is to encourage you. When you wear this shirt out, try to be ambassador of Actuarial Science. You can log on to our website. You can log on, you can mail, you can call me. There is detail in the presentation we are giving on how to join me. The lecturers are not left alone. We found out that most of the universities we went, some of the lecturers belong to mathematics. They are adjuncts. They are brought from different departments. We want to organize. We want to open their eyes so that they too can change their mind to become actuary. It doesn't care whatever course you study. You might be an engineering. You might be even a medical. Even if you are a medical doctor, you can change and become a medical. It is much more better than you. I mean, anybody for mathematics. Mathematics is a tool. You can't use mathematics to teach or to be a lecturer. It's a tool. But when you now mix with actuarial science, you become an expert. It's as if you learn how to use an equipment. And that equipment must be attached to a job. So I'm encouraging us. So as I'm saying, I don't want to waste much of our time. Hello. 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 So what I'm saying is, the sky is the limit for you. It doesn't matter your background, engineering, medical. So far, number one, you are in love with mathematics. So if you don't like mathematics, don't bother to go there. And it's not complex mathematics because AI is available now. Mathematics is not like before, where you have to cram. During our time, apart from 4 figure table, you don't use calculator. They are using calculator now. During my time, you don't make calculator. But now, they are using calculator. So mathematics is not so complex if you understand the principle and how it is being applied. So what do we have in store for lecturers? We have training for lecturers. If lecturers still write and pass, we will refund you your money. We are bringing lecturers to Lagos or Abuja to train them on basic actuarial core courses so that you can transfer that to your students. Apart from that, FRC is looking for qualified actuaries. NNPC is looking for, CBN is looking for, NIKI is looking for, PENCOM, NICOM. The vacancy is there for you to come and occupy. Can we go to another country to go and bring actuaries to come and be in FRC? No, they will not even come. I would say it's a shame. A Nigerian left out of Lagos to go and establish the Actuarial Society of Kenya task. They have more actuaries than us. A professor from University of Lagos went to establish that thing for them, and they have more actuaries than us. They sponsor. It takes about, if your study is rich, very easy for you. It's about 100 million University of Kenya. I said this. That's about 40,000 pounds. It's about 90 million naira. Your daddy has money, can send you there. Within 2 years, to become a friend and make money. You will get that money back home. If you are able to send yourself to that university and came out successfully, it takes you 2 years to bring that money back. I am not lying. I analyze financial statement of banks, insurance company, and rest, investment banks. I know how much these audit people are being paid. I know. I won't mention figure here. Someone was going to collect as much as 50 million naira for a job of about 1 week. I'm telling you this, it is real. They don't go to office. You don't need to go to office. You work from your home. I know an actuary that rents a room in the hotel. I wanted to meet him. He told me come and visit my office. I went to one of these big hotels. That is where his office. He's paying for hotel room at his office. Hotel room. His wife is outside Nigeria. Only him is Nigeria. Other assurers want to enter the Nigerian space. The sky is the limit for you. So let me just check if I've missed one or two things from my slides. And let me tell you, Actuarial science is very dear to Financial Reporting Council. Can I repeat myself? If you are excel in your school, you made first class, you are given opportunity to come and work in FRC. Can I repeat myself? My CEO told me last week. If you excel in your school and you have a first class, in fact, a student from University of Lagos, that a first class student University of Lagos, we made a call to him. Prof is a witness. I said, we are ready to offer you work. He said, I'm sorry, KPMG has hijacked me. A graduate too. He has not written any exam. Only a first class graduate. A professional firm has already hijacked. We were begging, he said he cannot come. They are offering a higher person there. Right from the university, no examination. So your own cannot be a difference if you show the interest. And it's very easy. Inside the slide, you see Nigerian Actuarial Society, where they give opportunity to students, even when you are year 1, year 2, year 3, you can start writing your examination, provided you show interest. So I will submit the link to your CHOD. You can call them by registering with them with 5,000 naira. They will write a mock examination for you. Once you pass, they will sponsor your examination. And let me tell you, as Prof said, if you pass one paper, the company is already looking for you. Some of you have started for passing one paper. He negotiated salary already. Prof was annoyed. Staff will say no. He said he knew what he wanted to pass the exam. There are organizations that can sponsor your examination. The money is not a problem. Can I repeat myself? Money is not a problem because we are. Let me tell you why we are. In every financial statement, we only know accountants and the auditor. Am I correct? The accountant that prepare the financial statement and the auditor that was it. There are about 7 other professionals that contributed to it. Inside financial statement, you see PPE, property, plant, and equipment. Somebody value it as a valuer. For every insurance company, pension company, investment bank company, health insurance company, universities, there is an actuary that value their assets, liability, that value their liability. And there are so many other ones. The lawyer that gave an assurance that a particular space is already won or can be lost. So these are people who will regulate. If I tell you what they are going through, us to get registered with FRC, but we are the one begging Actuarials now to come. So anybody who is interested, the opportunity is there for you. On this note, I won't be able to say, hello. Where is the microphone? So on this note, I would like to hear from your side. What are the sources? People are coming up to support. Everything you see here is on behalf of Financial Reporting Council. So we were in London some time ago. This is London. This is the president of IFO in the middle. After much argument, the only question they asked us, how much can you pay? They want to give Nigeria a special concession because they know the population, they know the number of people in Nigeria. Many people, it is the number of people that show interest that will make these people to reduce the professional examination fees. This IFOA, sometimes ago in June last year, this is my CEO in white cap. That man you are seeing is the president of Casualty Society of Canada. They were in Nigeria to partner with us. The next one you see, this is Society of Actuaries. They want to partner. This is the president. They want to partner with us. They came to Nigeria. The next one you see, this is the new president of IFOA. She was here in Nigeria too. She invited us for our university of Bottomley, but she was in Nigeria too. This is Minima. This is the greatest actuarial body in the world. That's why I have KPMG. Minima is the biggest body in the world. They are ready to partner with us to even train the lecturers. We were in University of Lagos to witness the actuarial. We were in Duse, Federal University Duse, for this program. We were in University of University in Asaba. This is University of Jos, where we recorded this is about 8,000. This is University of Benin. 1,330 people came to University of Benin, and they stayed till we finish. I want us to show interest. This is our second as the northern part of Nigeria. We don't want the southern bodies to only take it. FRC is a national body. Please let us buy the idea. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Ismaila.
I want Actuarial to be like a wireless to everybody in ABU and the larger community. I have a surprise about the people I want to surprise. Two are outside, one is here. Let me start with the one seated. I have Mr. Mohammed Olaya to bring my... Mr. Olaya? Okay, please, can you help me, Dr. Abdul Malik, to bring my souvenirs there? It's actually supposed to be a surprise. Yes. Supposed to be a surprise, and I would like to talk about the person before I call his name and I bring him out. From the academia, I have my colleague and my counterpart. We have sat and written exams together. He's like a brother to me. Promptly. Anything actuarial, he's on his toes. So for his contribution to the profession of actuarial science, he became the HOD 4 years ago, and I said to him, he's my classmate, I call him Sir today because of his role as my boss in the university. I said, Sir, if you are the head of Department of Actuarial Science, we will never forgive you. I told him like that, one-on-one. He looked at me, he's a very gentle guy, very composed, gentle spoken. I speak faster than he does. And he's a leader. So I'm sure some people are still guessing, while I still dish out the many qualities of this academician that brought our profession of actuarial science not only in the university and subsequently became the dean of Faculty of Management Science. Allow me to welcome and surprise Dean. Our dean is my classmate. And he's now my boss. Please, where is Dr. Yaba? Please give him a departmental shake. Give him a departmental shake. Come and give him a departmental shake and we honor him with this special award of appreciation.
So, to be frank with you, this is really too much for me. I don't think I asked him to actually shake his hand because both of them are my. I think it is better I invite our grandfather. Let's do your please.
Our father and grandfather to give a departmental handshake on our surprise award to the Dean, Faculty of Management Science that have brought our profession out. Thank you, sir.
Only special department in Bello Zaria.
On behalf of the only special department in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, the Department of Actuarial Science and Insurance, it's my honor and privilege to present this well-deserving award to one of the heads of the most outstanding heads of departments of Actuarial Science, and who is now the Dean of the Faculty of Management Sciences. I did tell you that every actuary excelled, and he excelled as head of department because he got the award of being the best HOD, I believe, in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and I'm sure he will also get an award for the best dean of faculty. Once again, congratulations. Deserve award, and may your spirit go higher and higher.
The way you say you can share with our members, they will now be able to see process.
Next on my surprise is when the people in the Department of Management Studies says the scientific father of management is Sir Frederick Winslow Taylor. Those in marketing say Philip Kotler. In Ahmadu Bello University, the father of actuarial science is not only known as Professor M.N. Meturare. He's a father to us. He's a grandfather to us. Without him, I wouldn't have even studied this course. So I would like to call the representative of the Vice Chancellor to come and give a university handshake this time around and present to nobody other than Professor Mohammed Nasir Meturare. He's a father to me. He's a role model. He has taught me and taught the dean. He has taught, in fact, anything you say actuarial. So even without him, the department would have collapsed even before I graduated. So 3 posters for our daddy. 3 posters for our daddy again, long life. Anywhere you talk about ABU Zaria, his classmates, the governor, Samini Turaki, the first thing they call is him. I said to him last week, I said, sir, if you don't come here, it's as good as there is no program. In fact, he surprised me when you came here. I just knelt down to say, thank you, sir, for coming. So on behalf of the university, I want to give the representative of the Vice Chancellor.
NRC and students here present, on behalf of the university, let me once, before I even say anything, Professor Meturare has always been there for us. In fact, he's not only a father, rather a grandfather of the department. Words actually are not enough for me to be able to use them to express the contributions that he has actually given, not only to the department, but to the university. And I think this that the department is giving to him is just an appreciation that we cannot be able actually to think in terms of contributions that he has given to us. Majority of us, not only maybe our classmates, actually all the teachers, the current teachers in business administration, some in marketing, some in finance, they are all his students. So, sir, he's also his lecturer. You will see the head of department of business administration is also part of his students. So, sir, we are really all that improving our capacity. Really, without you, we wouldn't have actually been here. We are really, really grateful for that. We hope sky will always be your limit, sir. Amos award. We always appreciate you and we remain appreciative for all that you have done to us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, lastly, lastly, I would like to appreciate one of the regulators of the Financial Regulatory Council. He has been on actuarial and he has been on his toes. As a regulator, he sorted us out, sieved us out, and brought us to the fore. As a HOD, he's making my work easier. So after this program, we are going to sieve out secondary schools and then go and mop it up and tell them what actuarial science is. However, I have represented the Vice President, Professor M.N. Betrare, in the National Actuarial Development Program at Duse and Jos. So now they are in Zaria. So on his, due to his contribution for this campaign, and he's putting so many things together to make sure that actuarial science stands out, to make sure that people hear us, to go to the management of universities and speak about actuarial science. Today, for the first time, I was in the Vice Chancellor's office. I said, Mr. Vice Chancellor, you are like a wireless boss to us, but today is my first time in your office. They all shouted wireless. I said, yes, because he's prompt. So we recognize his promptness to our department and all our needs in the actuarial science. So Mr. Olasukamin Ayinde is the regulator that will accept this final token of appreciation in actuarial science. Mr. Olasukamin has been to all the universities that have mounted actuarial science and have helped us to bring out our work and make it easier. So I would like to honor him as a surprise because of the hard work he's doing in that area. And I will invite Professor Ismaila Adeleke from University of Lagos. He's a professor there and is part of financial regulation to give him this award and give him a regulator's handshake.
On behalf of the HOD, Department of Actuarial Science and Insurance, ABU, we present to you this as an appreciation for your efforts in promoting actuarial education. Thank you.
Look at that. You're not making the handshake, but I can't see your face. Give me, wait. Yeah, the handshake.
So can we start with question and answer from the crowd? Okay. Question and answer. If you have any question, raise up your hand.
Inside of folder called answers on the.
Do you have questions for us?
On the desktop.
Questions? Question, can you take the mic to the person or come up? Come up for questions.
Good afternoon all. My question here is that for you to be a fellow associate of actuarial science, how long will it take you to write the exams and enroll in the program?
I think I will give that to Professor Ismaila Adeleke. How long will it take you to become a fellow of actuaries?
That's a $1 million question. Depending on the route, I'll start with the easiest of them all. If you have enough funding or you have scholarship that can take you to the UK or South Africa and study MSc Actuarial Science in either University of Leicester, Kent, City University, or any other affiliated university that have accreditation. If you do MSc Actuarial Science, you will get your associate. If you do MSc Actuarial Management, as 2 years, you will get your fellowship, provided you meet the academic requirements. That means 2 years can be enough if you have the fund. The second round, if you decide to graduate and start writing the exam one by one, it's on the average 13 years. But we have started the process of getting our BSc accredited. So if ABU and UNILAG decide to pursue that accreditation through and get it done, it means that by the time you are graduating, at the end of your 4th year, you should have your associate. And then if you now do 2 years after, just do some fellowship exam, you will qualify. I hope I've answered your question.
Any other question?
So, in addition to what Professor has said, no matter the course you study in your university, if you go for MSc Actuarial Science, University of Lagos, you know, your university has to graduate them first. Now, that's the next document.
That's what we're trying.
Okay, so if your university is able to get accredited very soon, they will have to come. It's very tedious. I know my time is up with us. We will support you whatever you need to ensure that your university gets accredited. So at the end of that accreditation, and you completed it, you have exemption in 6 papers, which some people used to write for 10 years. So you can get in ordinary 18 months, whether you meet up the cutoff point. Thank you.
I just chipped in. I told him we have MSc in Actuarial Science, and we are trying to get accreditation. We have students at the moment, and I think the PG coordinator just told me we're going to give them what you call it, supervision lists. So we'll go for the accreditation. Any other question? Staff, questions? Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My question is for my department.
So I think this one is the dean that will answer you, but I am aware that you are overloaded by your curriculum. So the dean will answer to the question that why are actuarial students not allowed to go for internship? Why are they not going for internship like their insurance counterparts? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, the idea of internship, we started with the insurance student because of the requirement of CIIN. And a lot of insurance students also indicated interest that actually they also want to participate. And now with the new CCMAS, I think virtually everybody, could be able to participate. So we are working on that. I think in one of our meetings, we actually talked about it, and maybe in the next few months, we begin to look at the framework that will allow actuarial science students to also go for internship. The problem we are having with the university, internship is part of this service where actually the university funds, the activity of the students once they are doing the internship. Unfortunately, for us, you need to spend a minimum of 3 months for you to be able to get access to that funds. And currently, the nature of the curriculum doesn't actually allow our students to go for more than, I think. Usually they do it for 1 month. What? 1.5 months. So we are working on that to see how we can be able to, improve the framework that will allow students to spend 3 months and perhaps possibly get access to the service fund, so that by the time you are on the internship, you also have some support from the university. That I think is what we are.
You don't want to clap for the dean. He wants to allow you to go for sideways. So any question from my lecturers in the department? Yeah, okay. So, you have any? Okay. Where are the ladies? Why are you people leaving me alone on this podium? Ladies should come.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. This is my question. With the advancement of technologies and the rise in AI, and many believe that machines are now starting to do the human job. So how can actuaries stay relevant and continue to create value in this landscape of?
Thank you very much. I think I will answer that question. He said that how can actuarial science still remain relevant? So even it is you that will have the skill to fashion in and input what you want the software to simulate. So if an actuary is not qualified to be able to tell them that in the computer you put this and put that, we need the computer to do this. We went for a training with the dean and we were challenging what they are doing in ABU because we were updating it. Because of our own background, we were able to connect and speak and say, no, you are supposed to do this. When you should be able to do this. For example, now, if the person that is trying to build in the computer and the softwares, who will now tell him that when you do this, the rate of pension will turn out this? Who will tell him that there are 3 different types of policy payout options, and you can take lump sum, program withdrawal, and annuity? So if somebody is on program withdrawal and then you do it and loop it the same way with somebody that is in collecting his money from the PFA, it will differ. So you need an actuary to be skilled to even tell those people in AI, including the AI itself. Thank you. I think we'll take this one as the last question. No girl is coming on board. You people want to shame me today, right?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Professor Adeke spoke about NADP exam. NADP exam. I want to ask if an undergraduate student can apply for the exam. An undergraduate student.
This is directed to you, sir. Can an undergraduate student go for NADPA exams?
NADP means Nigerian Actuarial Development Program. NADP don't organize exams. But the actuarial exams are organized by the 3 major bodies that are introduced. The IFOA, Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, Society of Actuaries, and then Casualty Actuarial Society in Canada. For the IFOA, they majorly insist that you have to be a graduate before you start writing the exams because you need background knowledge. But SOA in the US encourages potential actuaries to start while they are in school. So after your year 2, in year 3, you should be able to attempt exam P. Exam P is probability. Yes, you can start. So immediately you start your exam P and you pass, I assure you that by the time you get to year 4, many companies will have written you already seeking for your signature and then promising you to pay for other examination because they know that you have the potential. Once you are in year 4, Sorry, you have graduated and you have already had one paper at least, then that means you're a high flyer. You can also write the exam FM, financial maths. So I know in your year 3 and your year 4, you have done enough financial maths that will prepare you to write that exam. So at the end of the year 4, there's nothing wrong in you attempting exam P and exam FM. The other ones, you can get exemption once you submit your transcript. So they will check whether you have done enough economics, they will waive it. They will check whether you have done enough accounting, they will waive it. They will check whether you have done enough statistics, they will waive it. And then you now start doing modeling and so on. You can actually qualify in shorter time. So when I say the average is 13 years, it doesn't mean it has to be 13 years. Some people actually get it done in less than 6 years. So you can pass. Then the AI man, remember I said one of the functions of the actuary is to design products to meet the need of that society. Your AI might not understand your need. Do you understand it? So it is the actuary that is part of the society that can organize. Yes, AI can enhance the development, but the parameter that goes into it will have to be determined by the actuaries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you have heard about the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries. We had said it in the Vice Chancellor's office that we would want the accreditation of the IFOA, Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, SOA, Society of Actuaries, to also come down to ABU. And then we told them that we want him to be there for us when we come and speak from where we are, so that we will be moving the frontiers of the career. After this, we are going to go down and do step-down awareness campaign in local universities, in local secondary schools in Zaria and Kaduna. And then the department is going to get flyers. These flyers means that everything is there, like a step-down campaign. Anywhere you go for holiday, we expect that you disseminate and speak about the career, so that our aim is to be able to have people talk about actuarial science like wireless data. Yes, actuarial science should be like wireless data. So any other question? In the absence of any question, I think my...
Yes, thank you. Please, I would like to invite representative of the PEMCOC, Madam Shani Mujafaru, who is going to give
Good afternoon, everyone.
On behalf of the National Pension Commission, and
on behalf of the National Pension Commission and the management of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria and the management of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, I would like to say a big thank you for giving us an opportunity to attend this program. And I would like to also urge all of you to stay connected to ensure that you take a bold step in becoming actuaries. I wish all of you back to your destination so that everybody will go safe back to your homes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the prayers. Before photograph, Mr.
Yeah, we're going to
have. Next is a vote of thanks to be given by the head of department of Actuarial Science and Insurance, Dr. Halima Sanisambo, and subsequently we now take the group photographs and we depart.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to host this program, and then I would like to thank the management of Ahmadu Bello University, specifically our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kabiru Bala, for always promptly attending to us. Then I would like to thank the Financial Regulatory Council, specifically Mr. Olasukomi Ayinde. Then I would like to thank the National Actuarial Development Program, ably represented by two bosses of mine. One from professor from Ahmadu Bello University, that is Professor M.N. Meturari, and one from University of Lagos, Professor Ismaila Adeleke. So thank you so much. Also, I would like to thank the public affairs and all the people that participated in making this program successful. All the people in the VC's office were so open, they gave us buses, they attended to us. I want to thank my staff in the Department of Actuarial Science. I'm the standing female there, and they were there promptly. I know that I can be a pest, I can disturb them. When I want something to be done, I will disturb them. So thank you so much, and I would like to thank somebody that is seated quietly here, Mohammed, I call him Mohammed photocopy, Olanya Mohammed. Please stand up for recognition. They call him Assistant HOD. Anything I want, whatever it is, he must do it. Also, I would like to thank my officials for the department. Can you stand up for recognitions? The officials, David and your people, Sati and your people, stand up for recognition if you're here. Stand up, and the ones that are here should stand up for recognition. In fact, these people are wonderful. They did the work for me and made this. They became the local organizing committee. Even as at yesterday evening, me and myself and Friday and David, we were struggling how to make these things award come, and that's how we lost Professor Metrari's own, but we say sorry, we will bring it. So I say thank you to them. And there is somebody I want to thank here, that is the driver, Mala Hamza. Mala Hamza is so patient. I'm a woman, but I know that I can be very pushy and fussy. So he has been wonderful to our guests, and he has made sure that everything has gone according to expectation. To the security and the cleaners that clean this place, I want to say thank you. Specifically to Hajia Nafisa. I met her and I said she's my sister, and I can call her anytime for this program to become successful. Also, I would like to thank some representatives from Daily Trust, NTA, and the other people didn't tell me, I just saw them. So I know that our aim is getting there. So we say Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, and then thank you to everybody that has come here. Thank you so much.
So please let us say the closing prayers and then we have group photographs. We should take a minute to pray for the closing prayers, to commit this, to thank God for his success, and may God take all of us safely back to our various destinations. So let us pray. Amen. Amen. Let's have the group photographs.